All right, so we're back doing some more content on my 2025 GMC Sierra. This is the 5.3 liter V8. It's the SLT trim. Just did a video on all of the infotainment screen features. This is the infotainment unit in the center, and now we're going to cover all of the dash features and the dash display of this truck. So starting off, you're gonna have most of your controls for everything you can change on the display right here on the right. So you have your right and left that you can scroll with, and then you have this scroll wheel right here. And if you click the scroll wheel, if you press it down, that's how you select stuff. So let's start off all the way on the left-hand side. You have different options under this little eye right here. And the first one's just gonna be your speedometer. So basically, you can scroll through anything right here, as you can see on the right with your thumb. We're gonna start off at the top. You have your speedometer, you have your drive summary. Okay, so it's gonna display miles per gallon, how far you've driven within that certain period of time. And then on the right, the total time in that drive summary. Then you have your timer. I don't know why you would need a timer, but if you need to time something, there's a timer built into this car. You have your tire pressure display. So this is not a super accurate tire pressure display. The sensors on the truck are not super accurate. I've taken a very accurate manual gauge, and it can be sometimes 2 or 3 PSI different, but it's just nice to have because you'll know if you're losing tire pressure, like if you're on a long trip. So something useful to have on the vehicle, but I wouldn't rely on it as like the most accurate tire pressure display. Like if you're off-roading or doing anything where you need the PSI set to it in an exact specific PSI, I would definitely use a different gauge. I would not rely on the truck's tire pressure sensors for that. So next we have fuel economy. On the left, it's going to display your best fuel economy and then your average. And you can go into the menu again just by clicking the middle scroll button. You can go into the menu and you can change, at what distance it's displaying that information for, and then you can reset the best fuel economy score. Next we have driver assistance. For driver assistance, this is basically going to display the sensors will show, like if there's a car in front of you, or anything like that. So at night, sometimes this display is useful, but I really don't know what it would be used for in general. It also notifies you if there's like pedestrians walking on the side of the road. So it's a cool feature to have. I don't really use it that much, but yeah, that's how you display it. Then you have your oil life displayed as a percentage. It's just on a timer connected to the mileage. So after a certain amount of miles, it'll be at 0%, but it's just kind of reminding you when you need to change the oil. If you need to reset it, you just click and you'll see, are you sure you want to reset? And then you can click yes if you just changed the oil or had an oil change done. And you have your brake pad life. Let's see here. Let's move the truck 1 second so it doesn't do the auto shut off. We'll continue this video. Okay, you have the brake pad life. So this truck has brake pad life sensors. And again, I wouldn't say these are the most super accurate sensors ever, but it is cool to have just so you know kind of the general age of your brake pads and the wear level when you need to change them. It's just a cool feature to have. So you have the front and the rear. You have your air filter life. Same thing as the oil filter life. It's just going off of mileage. So whenever the recommended mileage is to change an air filter, that's when it'll be at 0% after that amount of miles has passed. And again, you can reset this just like the oil. You just click that select button for the menu, and then you can reset or if you want to disable it completely. All right, then next you have your off-road lean angle sensors. So as you can see, I'm kind of on a slope right now. You can see on the left-hand side it's showing 4 degrees. But yeah, this it just shows kind of what angle your truck's at. So I guess if you're off-roading or anything like that, I've taken the truck off-roading a lot since I bought it. I don't use this feature, but if you're someone that's really concerned about the angle that your truck is at, then you do have these lean angle sensors built in. Engine hours, this is the amount of hours the engine has been running. Transmission fluid temperature, and that's it. And then at the bottom, obviously, we can click this and you can go in. I think most of the display modules I have checked, but there's a few like trip 1, trip 2, trailer brake gain. Yeah, other than those, I have all of them checked. So if you want to add or remove anything from this quick display menu, you can do that here. All right, so next we're going to press this right button. So this is going to show your Apple CarPlay or Google, whatever kind of phone you have hooked up to the CarPlay system on the vehicle. It's going to show what song you're currently playing. Then you have the direction your vehicle's pointed in. Then recent, you can select the button here and it's going to show all of your recent phone calls. So if you need to call someone real quick, you can press that and then select their name and it'll call them through your utilizing your phone, but you'll hear it through the car speakers. And then on the right hand side, this is pretty cool. You can change the display layout. So right now you can kind of see the layout for the dash, but if we want something, a little more clean, or just kind of that looks different, you can click this progressive and it'll go in here, and now you can see on the left and right hand side it looks completely different. So the RPM gauge looks different and the speedometer looks different. Then you have the digital layout. So let's see what this one looks like. Again, digital, a little bit more minimalistic. And then clean, I think, is the most minimalistic. It only shows a few things. Yeah, so you have the speed, and then that's pretty much it. So super clean layout if you're just one of those people who doesn't want a bunch of stuff displayed on your dash. I love the classic layout, but again, you can change it to whatever you want. Let's go back. So, and then within each layout, you can go to the left and right side and actually change what's displayed. So I have the fuel economy display, but if, for instance, I want the tire pressure displayed on the left, I want the time and temperature, compass, any of these things, I can display them on each side. So that's the left side. Then you have the right side. You can go in here, same thing, and just change it to whatever you want. And you can do that with each different mode. And then lower gauges, this is going to go to the bottom of the display, and you can, if you're someone who likes a super minimalistic setup, you can just display the range and the odometer. I have it on maximum, so it shows me the most amount of information. Oil pressure, the battery voltage, range, and the coolant temperature. But again, you can change that to whatever you like in here. Info page options, it's the same thing as before, what modules you can show. Then units, you can change it to US or metric. You can set up a speed warning if you want to kind of have a ding. It's like a chime. If you want to hear a chime when you're going over a certain speed, you can set that up in here. Speed sign display, you need the internet plan for that to work. This is the software info. And then reset all your settings to defaults at the bottom. All right, so that's everything for the dash on the 2025 GMC Sierra. This is the 5.3 liter SLT trim. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, anything like that about any of the dash features, drop a comment down below and we'll go over it.